There's no such thing as no spend November, and let me tell you why. Now, I'm not saying that no spend November is a bad thing, but it is something that you should be aware of that you are definitely spending, and you're probably spending a lot of your money. Your biggest expense is what I consider your passive spend, and that's usually your rent or your mortgage. Your smallest expense is likely a streaming service like Netflix or Spotify. Now, why I say your passive spend has the biggest impact on your life is that most of the time you don't think about it, right? You see it come out of your account or you hand over a check at the beginning of the month, but it's not something you think about on an everyday basis. In a lot of cases, it is your largest expense, and I'll give you a quick example. I was riding in a Lyft back in 2019, and I say that because I live in San Diego and housing prices are pretty high, and they've gone exponentially higher post COVID. So my driver was informed me that he also worked at Amazon, and he was super excited. He and his girlfriend just signed a new lease at a place that cost $3,000 a month. And without hesitation, I looked at him and said, "Do you realize that you have to make $100 a day after taxes to afford your place?" Now, I'm sure he split that with his girlfriend, but he was a little bit shocked because that's a lot of money. People don't think about that $100 that he was spending every day because it's not a physical transaction that you think about. So when you come across a big purchase, I highly recommend once you get the monthly breakdown, divide that by 30. Understand how much you're spending every day. You can go to a link in my bio and see how much you're spending with my budget tool. Now, again, I don't think there's a thing such as no spend November because you've usually paid for your groceries ahead of time the month before, and really that's split over the course of this month. But I do think it creates a good habit that proves to yourself that you can make a cutback and you can plan out how to eat and how to spend. I take the opinion that you should have a daily budget very similar to the way you look at your daily calories. If you struggle with your budget, feel free to click in the link in my bio and go to that tool that I mentioned before. You'll save it to your sheet. It's private, so you can type in and see where the percentage of your money goes. I think it's super helpful. And when you start to understand where your money is going, you start to really get that control back that I mentioned. So good luck. I hope you empower yourself, and thanks for listening.